All right, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully, you're enjoying your day. If not, hopefully, I give you a few moments to take a break from what's going on in your life. Take your mind off of things. But have another episode for you. Gonna talk about some things that's been going on in the world of sports. I mean, you already know how we do this. I, you know, do some quick hitters on some stories, and get out of your face here in a few minutes. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you do, you already know, like button, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead, get into it. Hold on, camera. All right. So you guys already know I'm a Red Sox fan. This pains me to talk about, but Domingo German, you don't remember this pitcher who I believe last season got in trouble, sticky stuff, suspended, all that good stuff. I mean, not good stuff for you Yankees fans, but he came back. Well, he's been back, but I mean, last night he showed why the Yankees have a lot of promise for him through a perfect game. I know some of you might say it was against the A's, so it doesn't really matter. To me, you throw a perfect game, it's a perfect game. So it was a great pitching performance for him. Like I said, yes, the A's lineup isn't necessarily the, you know, like a murderer's row or anything, but you still gotta execute your pitches. Your defense definitely has to help you out. A lot go into no hitters and perfect games. If you, I guess, don't know the difference, a no hitter is just you retire every batter without giving up a hit. But not every batter, but you retire 27 guys without giving up a hit. Although you are allowed to walk a guy or somebody gets on because of an error, they don't get on because of a hit, so it's still a no-hitter. Perfect game, which is what German did last night, means there was no errors by the Yankees. He didn't walk anybody, and nobody got a hit. So no A's player got on base. No hit by pitch. None of that. 27 up, 27 down. So congratulations, German. That's as much as I can give you. Like I said, as a Red Sox fan, this pains me to talk about this, but gotta recognize it. It was the 24th perfect game in MLB history. I mean, baseball's been around for a while, so 1 of 24, not that bad. There's been a lot of greats who've come through the league. So, congratulations, Domingo German. Let's move off of that one. I mean, another subject I don't really care to talk about, but Kyrie Irving was kind of the topic of ESPN this morning, trying to figure out what his market looks like as free agency gets ready to start Friday, which I cannot wait for, because I think that this free agency period is going to be pretty active. It's going to be interesting where some players go. But I guess to take a break from the Dame Lillard talk, thankfully, they moved on to Kyrie Irving. To be honest with you, because of his past actions and past seasons, I just don't think there's a lot of places he can necessarily go at this point. I feel like he either goes back to Dallas because it seems like Mark Cuban wants him there. The only other place would be probably the Lakers, and that's only if LeBron's open to it, because we know LeBron makes the decisions in LA. They're not going to do anything he doesn't want. So if LeBron wants a reunion with Kyrie, then I guess it's on Pelinka in the front office to either do it or tell LeBron, like, maybe we need to go somewhere else. If I'm the Lakers, I'd say no. Once again, as a Celtics fan, me giving Lakers advice pains me to my soul, but I feel like the Lakers should be, I mean, they're in a tricky situation as well because LeBron is at the end of his career, but I feel like the Lakers have to put themselves in the situation to be relevant post LeBron, which is why I understand, the reports that they want to bring back Reeves, bring back Hachimura. I believe they're bringing back Vanderbilt, possibly. Make sure they have some young guys in the cupboard, so then once LeBron leaves, they have something to try to build off of post LeBron. I think if you bring in Kyrie, it might stunt some of these young guys. It'll create more of a circus. In my opinion on Kyrie Irving is I just don't think he affects winning championships as much as he did when he was younger, playing second fiddle to LeBron. Surprisingly, since he's left that situation, what's been surrounding him? A lot of drama, a lot of underperforming. So I don't think at this point the Lakers need to get themselves involved with that. Now, for Dallas, having said all that, Dallas is kind of desperate at this point to bring in somebody to play along Luka who has some type of stature in this league. I kind of wonder if it's not Kyrie Irving, where would Dallas necessarily turn? So I think for all parties considered, Kyrie Irving should probably want to go back to Dallas. And for Dallas, I think at this point, they kind of just have to bring him back in hope that he gets through the season and proves to be a legitimate running mate for Luka. Even if it's just like a year or two, maybe until I don't know. Maybe Dallas is in a tough situation, but I just kind of think that's where he has to end up. I know Houston has money, but I wouldn't bring Kyrie around a team with young guys. I wouldn't do that. He has to go to like a veteran squad. There's some talk about him meeting with Phoenix. I mean, look, Phoenix has their own issues. You want to add Kyrie Irving to that, knock yourself out. I just don't think money-wise it makes sense for Phoenix either. So I think Kyrie Irving ends up back in Dallas, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. The NFL. It's reared its ugly head again. Gambling. We know what Calvin Ridley was a high-profile guy who got knocked for gambling a couple of seasons ago, missed all of last season. He's been reinstated, will be with the Jaguars this year. We've had a couple of kind of smaller names get popped for gambling over this offseason. We heard the report, a couple of weeks ago, that I guess the Players Association necessarily wasn't clear to players what was allowed in terms of gambling and all that, which I believe prompted a story that there was going to be a memo sent out to players and everything like that. Well, today we found out that there's 4 more players who've been popped for gambling. One is like Joseph Freire, hopefully I'm pronouncing that last name right, from the Colts. He's been suspended for 6 games. I believe he bet on other sports while at the NFL facility, which I don't get that. Do it at your house. Maybe that covers a lot of these bases. 3 guys have been suspended for the whole season. Isaiah Rodgers and defensive end from the Colts. And then there's a 3rd player. The Colts have released Rodgers and the defensive end for consequences of violating the gambling policy. But this just further shows that the Players Association has not prepared these guys. Well, I guess I can't necessarily say that because maybe they have, and these players just aren't understanding. So either the Players Association isn't laying out all the details, or they're just not clear about what the parameters are. I can't believe that all of these players are this naive or stubborn to just sit here and constantly get popped for this the way that we've seen the past, what's it been, like 6 months or something? I guess past years, because I guess before Ridley, I can't remember the last time I heard a gambling issue in terms of NFL players. So this is something that the NFL is going to have to take care of pretty soon. And it seems like they're trying to do that now, but this is definitely a, I guess, pie in the face of the Players Association. Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing for these players, setting them up to succeed. If they're going to keep breaking this rule, and we've heard some of these players act like they didn't even know what the rule was. That's the Players Association's job. So hopefully they get it figured out, because I don't want this to carry over where, you know, we're into next season. Some player, maybe possibly some big name player, gets caught gambling or something and misses extended amount of time, which turns around and affects the team's chances at the playoffs or something. That's the last thing the NFL wants. You know, luckily not luckily, but for the most part, a lot of the guys have been, you know, I guess role players or players you might not even have heard of, other than Calvin Ridley and a couple of others. But yeah, this is not something that Goodell would want defining like this era of football, because we've seen other sports. Remember the NBA before Magic and Bird had a drug problem that they had to figure out. Baseball, well, that was like way back in the day, had to deal with their own like point shaving, gambling issues, like early 1900s. But even the Astros thing of cheating, Red Sox, some other teams, they wanted to get past that. The NFL has to get ahead of this and stop this now. So definitely something we'll pay attention to. Hopefully this is the end of it, but you just never know with these players. So I did a watch along last night for USA St. Kitts. If you didn't catch it, you can go back and watch it still. But USA with a dominant performance, beating St. Kitts 6-0. Led by the two guys you see here. Jesus Ferreira had a hat trick, which I did call before the game. So if you don't believe me, go back and watch it. I said he's going to get a brace, which is 2 goals, or a hat trick. He got a hat trick. Mihailovic had 2 goals of his own. Brian Reynolds scored the 6th goal, which was a world-class goal. So go back and definitely check out that. But U.S. now going into match day 3 on Sunday against Trinidad and Tobago. All they need is a point, and they move on, a win, and they win the group, setting themselves up for a better matchup in the knockout stages. So make sure you tune in, 7 p.m. Sunday, July 2nd. We'll be doing another watch-along. You already know, come through. Let's have some fun during the game. We'll talk it up about the game, other matters, but make sure you're there Sunday, 7 p.m. All right. So DeVante Parker got a contract extension yesterday. That was 3 years, $33 million, up to. I don't think all the details have been released yet, but it's one of those moves the Patriots like to do where they kind of extend a guy out to lower his cap hit, create some more space, which, you know, has led to some speculation at first if this extension meant that the Patriots were out on DeAndre Hopkins. A move like this would seem to be a precursor to them bringing in somebody. I believe they're still the leaders in terms of projections of where DHop will land. I still think Cleveland might be a player. It's just that I don't think he's scheduled a visit with Cleveland yet, although I've heard DeAndre Watson is trying to recruit him and all that. So if Hopkins is still going to make his decision between Tennessee and New England, which are the only 2 spots he's visited, I guess the signs would point to New England. But of course, we're not sure, because who knows? Maybe there's another move, another wide receiver they might trade for. I don't know who is available, but it does not take them out of the DeAndre Hopkins sweepstakes. It actually frees up more money maybe they feel like if it comes down to it and they have to up their offer a little bit, it gives them some room to do that. If they surprisingly wanted to get in on Dalvin Cook, since Dalvin Cook said he may want to play where DeAndre Hopkins goes, I don't think that's actually going to happen. It frees up some more money to hopefully make that a possibility. But I don't think it's that. I think it's just more money to give themselves some more flexibility. I guess if they miss out on DeAndre Hopkins, maybe they can turn to whatever their plan B is. But Parker's sticking around for the next 3 seasons, it looks like. And that's all I got for you. So, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Hold on a second. Let's go full screen here. Enjoy this episode. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and share. We really appreciate it. Like I said a little bit before, make sure you tune in Sunday night for watch along. We're going to have some fun. Watch USA against Trinidad and Tobago. Both teams still have a chance to make it to the knockout stage, so it should be a really good game. And I'm excited for it. But also want to say appreciate all of you. Once again, I wouldn't be doing this without you guys. You know, the past month or so, I've really been seeing some good things on the channel, so I have to thank all of you for that. And yeah, let's just continue the momentum and keep on climbing that ladder. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully, like I said, I gave you a little break from maybe the hustle and bustle you're going through, but I'll just leave you with this. Be safe out there. You know, God bless, and I'll catch you on the next episode. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you later.